You know, ever since Dusk, indie shooters have kinda popped up all over the place, and the more that come out, the more I think every concept has already been done. There's a game where you use a sewing machine as a gun. Okay, one where you impale monsters with spikes. Ultra Kill is pure insanity. Neon White is a speedrunning haven, and Slayer's X has Last of Us 2 level cutscenes and voice acting.
I give you the S-Blade.
Cool. Thanks, man.
Yeah, like I said, I feel like everything has already been done at this point, but somehow these cuckoo developers still find creative ways to pump out new stuff, and it's really goddamn commendable. One of these games is called MULLET MADJACK, and it's goddamn insane, man. The protagonist you play as even says,
Like, comment, and subscribe.
like, I'm not the one that said it, okay, but there's a subscribe button below this video and you should totally press it, wink wink. If you've ever played Post Void, which is a game that is also just pure insanity, you basically know what to expect from MULLET MADJACK, since it took the concept Post Void walked with and pushed it to its absolute limits. This is a non-stop high-action thrill ride about a badass 90s action hero that needs to save a princess from an evil mustache-twirling robot billionaire that is voiced by Gianni, the guy that voiced Gabriel in Ultra Kill and a bunch of other characters. Like this dude is literally everywhere. The gimmick of it though is that Twitch chat is directly being pumped into your bloodstream, meaning you have a limited time to beat a level, and if you get hit or stand still for too long, your audience gets bored and you die on the spot from a heart attack. But every time you kill an enemy, your audience gets excited or something, I'm not exactly sure, and you get some extra time. So your goal is to keep zooming through levels as quickly as possible and killing everyone that's on your path. A level is about 30 to 45 seconds long, with a total of about 80 of them, and every time you beat one, you get to pick an upgrade, ranging from a new weapon or an ability that makes surviving a little easier. There is also one that makes your guy talk more.
Slippery in here. I'm gonna peel your steel. The mullet knows all. Talk to the mullet. Deadeye. Billionaires do not care.
I think that's pretty funny. Once you beat 10 levels, you get a boss. Defeat that boss and your upgrades will reset, and in return you get a checkpoint and a new stage begins, which throws new hazards, obstacles and enemies at you that you need to avoid or overcome. And yeah, that's basically it. It's a game you can most likely finish in about 3 hours or so, maybe even 2 if you're locked in. Which, if I'm honest, is a good thing, because the gameplay loop that is present here is very samey. You run through randomly generated hallways, shoot robots, and that's about it. But it's really fun, man. The rhythm of it is just awesome. It has some good humor, the aesthetic and theming is great. Like, this is a genuinely fun little gem, and if you liked Post Void, you will love MULLET MADJACK. What's next? Feet? Feet game? People are into feet these days for some reason. I don't know why.
Dude, for free? For free?
Angerfoot was one of my most anticipated games of 2024, and it did not disappoint. Just imagine, alright? Hotline Miami in 3D, and you kick goons around with your feet, and then they do the Thanos twerk on you when you die. Like, that's genius. This game is a work of art. In Angerfoot, you play as, drumroll please, Angerfoot, who is a shoe collector, and one day his collection gets stolen by goons, and your goal is to simply get them back. These goons, not those ones, are spread across 4 gangs, which each have a designated world of about 13 to 15 levels. You just go through a string of them, fight the boss at the end, and you're off to the next one. Each level is filled with different goons, and depending what they look like, they each have a different weapon or ability. Like the lizard which are melee only. The doggies have SMGs. The female money bag goons will dodge and weave while hiding behind cover. Every enemy is visually distinct, which makes observing a room and making a quick strategy in your head really easy since you know what to focus on. The levels are also really decorated and filled with interactable props. You will find random stupid ass rooms like this throughout the entire game, and that also includes a lot of bathrooms, like what the hell is going on over here? Or here, like, well, why is it designed like this? What do you mean you put your poop-stained toilet paper in the garbage can? Are you okay? You can interact with almost everything in this game, and it makes it that much better because of it. I absolutely adore it. Kicking barrels into groups of goons, vending machines spit out snacks indefinitely, literally, indefinitely. You can drink cans of gamer sops to get a caffeine overdose. Use code Foekoe for 10% off. Nudge, nudge. Toast jumps up from toasters when approached. The levels are just so lively and littered with fun gags and Easter eggs. You even have these little exploration sections every 4 or so levels that kind of remind me of Sludge Life. I mean, look at this guy. What is he doing? What is the point of this trash bin? Why is there a giant fly in a big cage? It makes absolutely no sense. You also have unlockable shoes with wacky abilities. I don't think I need to say or show you more. This game is just so goddamn good, man. The devs were absolutely cooking while making it, and all of it is held together with this balls-to-the-wall soundtrack that is just egging you on to kick some gooner butt. There are actual gooners in this game, by the way. So I give Angerfoot the square root of 17 feet. Do with that as you wish. Alright, one more game I want to talk about, and it's still about goons. Fallen Aces, baby. Another game published by New Blood Interactive. And if you know New Blood, then you also know that they're unable to miss. Calling this title a FPS game, though, is kinda cheating. While yes, it is first person and there is shooting, most of your time is spent stealthing around and karate chopping goons in the back. You can kinda compare it to Dishonored or Deathloop, aka an immersive sim, which basically means here's an objective and you can tackle it in multiple ways. Yippee! This is not a flashy game in the slightest, alright? And it's more about style and making yourself look like a total badass. If you treat every encounter like it's a Call of Duty mission, which you can do, you are going to completely miss the point of this game and get bored rather quickly. Instead, you should try to roleplay a little bit and look for secret entrances, find ways to mess with the AI, discover hidden stashes of weapons, looking around your environment to see what could aid you in combat, like a gumball machine? I don't know, man, that could be funny. And it turns out it's pretty funny. You can do a roundhouse kick, uppercut goons 20 meters up in the air, block bullets with trash can lids, make goons slip on banana peels. You can go full on rage mode and pulverize. This might be a little over the top, just saying. You can even spy in on conversations.
A little salami here, bologna, ham, turkey Swiss, yada yada. Where's the damn gabagool?
This is the best part. Fallen Aces is just a fun sandbox to mess around in. One problem though, it isn't finished yet, and because of that, it's also rather short. I beat the entire thing in about 2 hours or so. But on the other hand, it's also pretty cheap. $13 for a game that's going to get substantial content updates, achievement support, and a bunch more down the line is a pretty damn good deal. Look, I really like MULLET, MADJACK, and Angerfoot. I think they are both phenomenal titles, but they're also fairly expensive. For $25, you can buy a lot of crap, especially in this day and age. But still, I love indie games, man, and I think we should definitely show them support whenever we can. Keep the ball rolling, otherwise we're gonna get stuck with this and nothing else. No thank you, Ubisoft. Also, yes, I got a 3D model, but I haven't figured out the kinks of it yet, so I'm just permanently stuck in a T-pose. Is this the real? Subscribe!